What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be doing a review of Watchdives Elementum WD0003C, if I remember the reference correctly. This is also my watch of the day. As you can see, I've just taken it off for the review itself. So this watch has a number of versions, and this is the Purple Ice Crack version. This is the one I own, and I'm gonna be doing my review based on my experience with this. So I'll just wear it for a minute. I'll just tell you what comes in the box as such, because I've not done a quick unboxing or anything like that. I thought I'll just mix it into one because nothing really great to talk about here. However, the watch comes in this carrying case sort of thing. It's very sturdy. It's quite good. Carbon fiber look, but I'm not sure what it is. Probably plastic or something. But yeah, it's quite sturdy. It comes with the Watchdives branded zip as well, with the Watchdives Trident logo. What does it come? Yeah, it's just something I've kept here, but it comes with a separator pouch, a place for your watches, and you can of course take this off and use it as is. It's felt lined both sides. Quite a nice carrying case. Keeping the case aside, what else comes in the case? It comes with a user manual, which I don't really care for, and it comes with this, which is supposed to be the warranty card, and I'm not really sure what they were going for here because they haven't filled any of it, and there is a few funny mistakes here, which is grammatical, but doesn't really matter. Keeping these aside, it also comes with this very nifty, although cheap, but yeah, very nifty watch bracelet sizing tool. So pretty good. Outside of that, let's get into the main star of the show, the watch itself. Now, I'll be honest, I had very low I mean, either very low or extremely high expectations of this watch because I've never owned a Chinese watch before, and I'm not a fan of you know fakes or inspired by or whatever you want to call duplicate watches, Chinese watches. I've heard a lot about them. I really never cared for them. Now this homage, on the other hand, is a separate thing. I would classify this watch as an homage to Grand Seiko's design language, but the dial itself and the execution is completely their own. So I appreciate that, and that is why I bought it. I was not really sure if I mean, you read about this online and you see the reviews and all that, but the thing is, you don't really know what you're getting until and unless you get it in your hand. Now, just going by what I was seeing online, I was very interested in what this watch is, and I was very skeptical of how they could deliver such value as per what I was reading in the price I bought this in. However, the cost of entry, the barrier of entry was so low that I really could not think of a reason not to just, jump at it. And just in case if it was trash, I would have just given it away. The very fact that you're watching this review means that I like the watch. Now, there are just positives and positives to say about this. Uh, I do have some negatives as well, but I'll come to that. Let's start off with the dimensions. Now, this watch is very wearable. It's lug to lug 45.5 mm. And as you can see, this is how it fits on my, I think, 6.5 to 6.75 wrist, depending on the day. Uh, Perfect fit. And it has a 20 lug width. And coming to the price itself, I bought it for 12,800 Indian rupees. That is around 140 US dollars as of right now, which is, let's face it, for a watch, nothing. It is one of the cheapest watches I own. Although it is becoming my favorite. I just don't want to take it off. But coming to the positives itself, now let's be honest. The main star of the show is the dial here. So as you can see, dial is absolutely stunning. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this has a lot of uh, variants to it, and this is the Purple Ice Crack variant. This dial comes with 20 layers of uh, clear lacquer. Just to put that into perspective, a friend of mine recently bought a white Speedmaster Professional. That watch costs significantly more than this. That watch comes with 30 layers of lacquer without any texture. It's just plain white. So you can just imagine the kind of efforts that have gone into the creation of this watch. Now, I'm not sure what process they have followed, but each dial is apparently y- something unique to the watch itself. It's not replicated pattern or anything like that. And as per the website, they have done 4 rounds of sand blasting on this and hand water brushing, whatever that is. I'm not really sure what the processes are, but this has a 30% selection rate. Now, another watch I own which has a dial which is unique to the watch itself is the Citizen NB106012L. As you can see, this is also a silver leaf lacquer dial. It's a combination of two techniques. It is a stunning watch in its own right, but I'm not sure how many layers of lacquer they have used on this. And keeping the watches side by side, I think you can see the reflections. Uh, this comes with a AR coating, 3 layers of AR coating on the underside of the crystal, which is fantastic. You can really enjoy the dial, and this particular model has a sapphire crystal on it, of course. So I mean, just already you can understand the level of value you're getting with the watch, right? Yeah, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but as per the website, this dial has a 30% selection rate. So out of every dial they produce, they only select the top 30%, which is insanely impressive. Now, the I read somewhere, it's not explicitly on the website, but the indices on the watch are all applied, of course, and they are grade A. Apparently, they are imported from Switzerland, is what I read. I'm not sure about that, but they are fantastic indeed. They catch the light very well. Let's see if I can just, as you can see, it's a combination of brushed and polished surfaces. So it's brushed on top and polished on the sides. So the light plays very, very good with this watch here. And the hands itself are produced by Mitsubishi, which is a Japanese brand, very reputed brand, and very high quality hands. Of course, the hands are also brushed here, including the second hand, and there is lume on all of them, except for the second hand. Every indices, see, all the indices here has a lume in it. Other than that, coming to the lume, since we are on the topic, it's using BGW9 Super Luminova, and it has blue lume in it, which is it just looks fantastic. Let's just do a loom shot here. As you can see, the loom application is done very generously, just fantastic, and very, very good quality loom, of course. So I think the main thing about this dial is the color. It's just stunning here. Just plays with the light like nothing else. I mean, it's not overly loud either. It just disappears on the wrist, and when the light catches it, it just looks so good. It looks at least 10, 20 times above its price range. I really don't know what to tell you. So the one thing I didn't like about this watch when I had first come across it on the internet is that the chaptering was purple in color, or very light purple in color. But then the issue I had with that is that this style is kind of having a fume effect. So as you can see, it's brightest in the center, and it becomes darker as it just goes to the edges. So that didn't really sit well with me. I didn't really care because it costed next to nothing. But as you can see, the chaptering has been updated to my surprise, and I am very happy about it. It's just a black chaptering now, and I'm very happy about it. Of course, the AR, of course, doing its thing. Amazing anti-reflective coating, as you can see. Even at this angle, there is no distortion whatsoever. Other than that, the good thing about the dial is the logo is applied again, and there is no unnecessary text on the dial. All it says is 100 water resistance, that is, and Elementum, which is just a cool name for a watch. And the logo here, I mean, thing I have with Chinese brands, the ones I've come across on the internet, is they have really gaudy logos, and the name itself is kind of weird. Watchdives, on the other hand, has a very good logo. I mean, it's Trident, looks very classy. If you didn't, if you just gave it to me and I didn't know what it was, I wouldn't have guessed it's a Chinese brand as such. So yeah, it's breaking the stereotypes, is what I would say. Outside of that, the case itself, now, since we're done with the dial, this is a Grand Seiko inspired case. There is no doubt about it. It's the same case shape used in the new UFA models which have just come out. So the case itself is 38 mm. The dial itself, I mean, they advertise it as a 38 mm watch. But the thing is, if you include the bezel here, that is 38 mm. But the watch face itself, you could call it, is 36 mm. So yeah, it's a tad bit smaller than what I was expecting. Now this is a 38 mm watch, so you can see the difference here, right? And just for comparison, I'll just bring in my vintage Seamaster. This is a 34 mm watch, so yeah, you can see how it compares to this. So yeah, it's a good middle ground between 38, 36, and 34 mm. The good thing about this size is it is going to fit almost all wrists, and yeah, I'm just a fan of the size, I would say. So yeah, it also qualifies as a dress watch because of the beautiful dial, of course, and the size, because the dress watches are usually on the smaller side, as you can see with the Omega, and of course the Citizen as well. It's a very, I think you could call it a Goldilocks size, but personally I really like my 38 mm. However, I can see this size really growing on me. Anyway, the thickness itself is 11 millimeters. Like I said, 20 lug width. So yeah, universal watch acceptor, watch strap acceptor. Now, the dial is not the only thing which is fantastic about it. The case finishing is bloody good. Like, it's really good. Nothing on the underside of the case back. It's just absolutely plain screwed on case back. But this case has 6 levels of polish. Just let that, I mean, finishing, sorry. Let that sink in. 6 levels. So as you can see, the top is brushed. Very nice. Sides are polished here. Again, very nice. This area after the bezel is brushed. Fantastic again. And the brushing, let me just say this out there. The brushing is extremely good. There is no inconsistencies or anything like that. Again, polish, brushed, polish at the edge. This is on par, if not better, than the Christopher Ward C63 Lander that I own. I'm just bringing it for comparison. The light catcher case is, of course, more angular, and I prefer this case over this. But look at this: brushed, polished, brushed, polished, brushed, and polished again. Same thing. But the price difference is just massive. And yeah, again, a 39 versus a 38, 36, whatever you want to take it as. But so yeah, it's a very impressive case. And the polish is also done to a mirror-like finish, which is amazing. Uh, I'm no expert, but then it's almost on par with Grand Seiko's Zaratsu, which is crazy to say, right? And outside of that, the crown itself, that is one thing I've left out here. It's a signed crown. It's got the Watchdives logo on it. And this area is sandblasted, as you can see. It's a screw-down crown. But this being a quartz watch, yes, even though it sweeps the second hand, it's a quartz watch. I'll come to the movement at the end. It does nothing, but yeah, just for the water resistance. I've never actually seen a screw down crown in quartz watch before, and quite frankly, the action is very hard to, I mean, very easy to wind and unwind. The crown itself is very good. It's very properly knurled, I would say, so you can just grab it and screw it in, screw it out, and set the time if you really need to. Although I don't see why you would. Other than that, like I said, it's a 100 meters water resistance watch. So yeah, that's something you can keep in mind, which is of course a good standard of for any watch for that matter. What else? I think that's it about the case. Now, coming to the bracelet, again, it's a 5 link bracelet inspired by Grand Seiko's bracelet, and there's quite a bit of taper here. It starts off at 20 mm. I'm not sure what this is, perhaps 16, the way it tapers. It's a 5 link bracelet similar to Grand Seiko's. Brushed, polished, and brushed again. The fantastic thing about this bracelet is that it just blends into the watch. As you can see, the brushing is done in a similar manner to the case, and it just connects so well. Look at the tolerances here. It's like it's an integrated bracelet watch almost. Not that, I mean, it's not an integrated watch, but then another great thing about this bracelet is the addition of quick release on both sides of the bracelet. This is the first time I have owned a quick release bracelet, and quite frankly, like the strap itself, it's a game changer. So, I mean, kudos to Watchdives. Of course, it's thanks to the taper that it can fit in almost any wrist size. As you can see, just perfectly fit. And the clasp, like I said, has 5 levels of, sorry, the bracelet itself has 5 levels of finishing. Coming to the clasp, there is about 5 levels of micro adjust, although it's not an on the fly level micro adjust. You need to do it manually here. I've set it to the center point of it. Again, this is brushed, polished, brushed. The thing with this clasp is that it scratches very easily. A friend of mine was using it. Of course, he didn't care about how he keeps his watches, so he just sprang it up somewhat. As you can see, it scratches as it is with any bracelet, I mean clasp, but it doesn't quite matter. They sell an on-the-fly micro adjust uh, clasp as well, so I may pick it up at some point in time. I would really have appreciated it if it came on the watch, but I guess it's not something I can complain about at this price point. Still, the weakest part of this watch is this clasp itself. It's not cheap feeling exactly, but it's not anything special, which the rest of the watch, quite frankly, is very special. And outside of that, yeah, coming to the movement, which is something I guess most people should care about, but in this watch, I'm not really sure. This is a Seiko VH31 quartz movement. I didn't know this was a thing. The VH31 has a sweeping seconds hand similar to that of a mechanical watch. If you showed this to me, I would have assumed it's a mechanical watch, but it's not. Like, you get the best of both worlds with the sweeping seconds hand as well as the quartz accuracy and of course reliability. So of course it features hacking as well. It's a modern movement. The thing is with the sweeping hand here, it's similar to that of a vintage watch, not like that of a something which has a 28,800 VPH or anything like that. Just for comparison, I'll wind my Seamaster. So you can see the smoothness of the seconds hand between both. This runs at 19,800 VPH. So this VH31 takes 4 times a second, I believe. So yeah, I would still say the Seamaster is slightly more smoother. And of course, when it comes to something with 28,800 VPH, like the Citizen here, this is using a in-house caliber. You can see there's a huge difference between how smooth the seconds hand is. Of course, if there is anything anywhere they can save money, it is on the movement itself. But I'm not really opposed to it. I mean, quartz is a, let's face it, it's a more convenient, more reliable, more natural way of progress. So yeah, if I can get the best of both worlds, why not? I am a fan of this movement. I'll just say that, leave it at that. Coming to the negatives, like I said, if it came on that on the fly micro adjust, I would have really appreciated it. And I would have really liked it if it came with some kind of anti-scratch coating. Like this Citizen comes with something called Duratect, which is their proprietary coating or something like that. As you can see, after almost 2 years of owning it, there's like barely any scratches here. But like you saw, the clasp here is kind of tinked up here already. And of course, it's on my friend, but then, you know, a coating would have made a hell of a difference. Other than that, I am really at a loss for words. I don't know what to tell you with regard to this watch. I just absolutely love this watch. I had no idea it is gonna be this good. It's an absolute value for money. I can't recommend it enough. Just comparing the looms here, blue looms, yeah. Let's see, the Seamaster has green loom, I believe. Although it doesn't really last, being as old as it is. So yeah, that's about it. Would I recommend you pick this up at the price I bought it for? Absolutely, 10 out of 10. I love this watch, and Watchdives just did an amazing job here. I just really am not a fan of the bracelet all that much, especially since it's tinged up now. But yeah, this is something I just can't seem to take off my wrist and just fits me so well. It kind of fits that zone of Saab 033. I think it's even better. No offense to anyone, but you just cannot beat this watch. Just amazing. Having handled watches 10 times its price, I mean, I really have nothing to complain about, and I'm just blown away with the quality here. So that's about it. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. And I hope that if you're looking to make a purchase decision, I could help you out with that. Thanks for watching. Perhaps it's a long one, but it deserves it. Like and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.